Would you like a nice cup of tea or a cup of coffee to start your morning off? Most people do actually start their morning off with a drink of some kind, and more often than not, it's a cup of tea. I like to drink tea or green tea most of the time. I'm not a big coffee fan, but temperature of the drink does affect how much we enjoy the beverage. And green tea is best served not at 100 degrees, not at boiling. You're best to actually boil your kettle to round about sort of 84 degrees and make your green tea a slightly lower temperature. And it goes without saying that when we drink our drinks, the temperature that we consume them at does make a big difference to how much we enjoy them. Now, what I've got here sitting on my desk is a smart mug. And as the title of this video suggests, I think this is the smartest mug in the world. But is the buyer or the purchaser of this, the mug, it is a lot of money. Are you stupid paying nearly £80 for a cup or a mug to drink your drink out of? This is the Ember. It's a temperature controlled ceramic mug, and it connects to an app on your smartphone. The mug doesn't heat up the water, so you can't pour cold water in and it make you a drink. You make your drink in the normal way, pour it into the mug, and then once it's in the mug, you sit it on your desk. It's plugged in, sitting on this little sort of coaster or plate here, and the app will actually notify you when it reaches your preferred temperature to drink the drink, and then it will maintain that temperature as well. So it is very clever, but it is almost £80, and there's a few things I don't like about it. So anyway, let's take a look. This is the product packaging. This is the sleeve on the outer box, and inside here you get the mug itself. You also get the plate to actually put the mug on, and you get a power adapter as well. This details some of what it does, shows you a little glimpse of the app, and it all works very well. It works as expected. Let's take a look at the actual mug. So this is the Ember Mug. It's available in either this white colour or indeed a black colour. The top portion is a ceramic mug. The bottom portion houses a battery. The battery is rechargeable, and if you don't sit it on the plate, then the battery lasts around about an hour between charges. But you'd have this on your desk and you just keep it on the plate for the most part. On the bottom, we've got these rings, much like what you see on a cordless kettle. These are the contacts that make contact with the little pins on the plate, and this is what allows you to recharge the battery. As a mug, it's a really nice mug, very, very smooth, very well made, very high quality, and you'd expect that for the price. Let's take a look at the plate, which there is a warning inside the packaging to say that you shouldn't get any sort of drips or moisture on this, because it obviously will mess up the contact, so do bear that in mind. You can see here we've got some branding on the plate, and we've got the two little pin contacts which line up with those rings on the bottom of the mug. It's very nicely made. This feels more like plastic. I would have liked this to have been maybe ceramic as well. There's a rubberized pad on the bottom, and then there's an input for the power supply. And this is actually one of the first things I don't like about this product. It's a different power supply, or it's a dedicated power supply, I should say. So you have to plug this in to your wall socket, be that a 3-pin UK plug in my case, or indeed there are some other adapters inside the box for other countries. And I think Ember missed something with this, because most people, I'm saying most, I think I'm only guessing here, probably 90% of the users would have this sitting on their desk next to their computer. Now, if you're like me, I've got so much plugged in already, but so many free USB sockets on my USB hub. I would have liked to have seen this being able to connect via USB, so I didn't take up another plug socket. So that's the first thing I don't really like. But you sit the mug on here, and there's a little light that comes on when it's powered, and this will maintain this. Sorry, this charges the battery in the bottom of the mug, and this will maintain the heat of your drink whilst you're drinking it. So if you're going to walk away from your desk, I often forget my drinks, and they sometimes get too cold to drink or too cold to enjoy. This will at least maintain the temperature of your drink. But I've got a problem here, and maybe this is just my use case scenario. In fact, I've got two more problems with it apart from the lack of USB charging. The first problem is the way I work. So I work what I deem to be very active throughout the workday. I get a lot done, a lot of different things on my schedule, and when I have a drink, I tend to make it at that preferred temperature. So I've got a temperature controlled kettle, and I actually make that drink, and then I sit either at my desk or I'm taking a break and I drink the drink, and that's my break away from the desk. This sort of encourages you to remain at your desk and you take the sips of the drink whenever you want. And I'm not like that. I more often than not drink my drink and it's done. On the odd occasion I let it go too cold, as I mentioned before, too cold to drink, then I just zap it in the microwave. So this sort of gets away from having to do that. So my problem is it doesn't just fit with how I personally drink my drinks. The next problem I have with it is the price. £79.95, so £80 in the UK, very similar price in dollars in the US, and it's just a little bit too much. £80 would buy me some really nice green tea from somewhere like Fortnum and Mason in London, or indeed some regular sort of green tea. It would probably buy me about 40 boxes of it. That's about a year's worth of green tea. So I think the choice is yours. You're going to give up a year's worth or a year's worth of value of your favourite beverage, or have something like this, which I must admit, it's not all bad. I do like techie things, so I do like the fact that this is really well made. I do like the fact that it interacts with the app. I like that you get the notification, and I like the idea of it keeping your drink at that ideal temperature. It's just a little bit too much for me to spend on something like that. So let me know, actually. This is a live chat. Live broadcast. We've got the live chat going. So let me know what you think in the live chat as to whether you think this is a little bit too expensive or whether you think it's a really nice piece of technology. Let's take a look inside the live chat. We have got Muttley. Hello to you, Muttley. Thanks for tuning in. We've also got Muttley saying he prefers ginger tea. I've never personally had a ginger tea. Something I will try. Andrew Williams saying it's not a smart mug, Dave. It's a lazy mug. I can sort of see where you're coming from, but you know, it does what it claims to do well, but it is expensive, as I say. We've also got Jack, Lio and Lee Barber inside the live broadcast as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. If you're watching this after the live broadcast, then you can use the regular comment section below. Leave me any comments or questions you've got down there. I answer pretty much all of them. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on my future videos. And also, if you're enjoying the video, then please either share a link to it on your favourite social media platform, or indeed hit the like button. It really does help. So anyway, in closing, what do I really think of the Ember ceramic mug, or Ember Smart Mug? Well, I think if you've got the money, you know, if it's not too expensive for you, you've got plenty of money in the bank, then yeah, why not? Go for it. It's a nice little bit of tech to have on your desk. You'll probably get a lot of mickey taken by work colleagues. If you took something like this to work, they'd think you were absolutely crazy. Not only for having the smart mug, but for spending that sort of money. As Carlos Martinez says in the live chat, he thinks 40 to 50 pounds is more reasonable asking price for this. I tend to agree. I think £39 would be a really smart choice for this particular mug and make it more accessible to a lot of people. As it is, I do personally think it's a bit too expensive. Plenty more comments coming in now. We've got Andrew Williams. Very expensive, mate, especially when I drop a lot of mugs. That is very, very true. And also Drunken Monkey saying it's too expensive. Way too much for something as simple as a brew. D Shepherd, $79.99 is too expensive. there are better, cheaper choices out there. And I do tend to agree. It is the price that's probably the sticking point on this. I love the technology. I don't think it's a redundant technology. I think it's a really nice idea. I just think the price is the sticking point. So that's it for this video. If you do want to pick up an Ember Smart Mug for yourself, then I have left links down in the video description. Also, if you want to check out the Ember website, there's a link to that too, so please do check it out. Thanks very much everyone for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button. I'll see you in another video very soon. Oh, and if you're still watching, here's a little bit of a sneak peek of a really interesting video I've got coming up on Friday.